So guys, this has done the get to it, and it is just starting to do its first minus square, its first call to minus square function, and it sets up this kind of array of places. These are relative to the middle of this 3 by 3 square. So this is the 0, 0 is like the middle of this square, and but so it's got that defined. Excuse me, and it says this square is something that is removed from the square stack. The very end of the square stack pops it right off. But in this first case, that was the only square. Um, but so after that, the square stack is empty temporarily. But no matter. The point is, it's just removed this square, and then as it loops through, the first place that it processes is its 0, 0 place, the place in the middle. Okay, and that this very first time has never been checked before. So, and it calls this move to place thing, but that doesn't actually do anything because it's already in the place that it's checking. All right, now and then it calls minus place in this scenario. So you get it? It's in the middle of this 3 by 3, and goes to minus place. All right, so and it's going to see that either there's lava or there's obsidian there. All right, and it is going to be okay. Doesn't matter. It could be, if it's lava, of course it pours the water and if and mines it. If it's obby, it just has to break it. But anyway, it's a wanted thing. So then since it's a wanted thing, it goes ahead and puts the square back right onto the square stack. So in this scenario, this very square that it removed from the square stack is just pushing right back onto the square stack. That's the problem. Since it's putting it right back onto the square stack, I mean, it's going to call it checked place also, I believe. Where do I have that? I don't remember. But it's going to be a place that's considered checked. It's going to be an infinite. It's never going to be able to finish its job. It's going to make potentially an infinite loop. I mean, so right. So that was what was happening before, and the way I decided to fix it was I decided to add a parameter to this function call. So this is the after. And I call this new parameter is eligible. And this is eligible, you're supposed to pass in true if the current place is eligible to be added to the stack of squares. Well, in this first case, like when you're first starting, you've got a 0, 0 situation, so it should not be eligible. That's what I'm saying. When you first get to it is the only place where the robot is actually going to the 0, 0 part of the 3 by 3 square. And that is because every other location that represents a 3 by 3 square has already been mined and already been checked, and so therefore that 0, 0 will never be used, except for those cases. So anyway, I added that parameter, and the way when I call this function, all right. So here, I'll just read it to you, even though you can see it for yourself. the first location, 00, was already a square location list entry, so it shouldn't be considered eligible to be added. So, and for those of you who are not yet programmers or are just beginning, like the thing I'm passing as a parameter, what I'm doing is like I'm evaluating this expression, so x is greater than 1, and for the first time that it calls this, it will be equal to 1, so this will be false. All the other times it will be true. Alright, so when it comes in, that'll be true for that first location again. So what I've done is I've wrapped this whole thing in is eligible. Alright, so the parameter is going to be false for the first one, and this is just going to be skipped. So this way the square does not get re-added to the stack that it was just popped from. Okay, so that should resolve the one-off error that I was referring to, and hopefully there are not any other errors in the code, any other, say, logical errors or flow type errors. And of course, I don't know for sure. It's there's really no such thing as perfect information, and this is information technology, so it's hard to imagine perfect code. I don't think it can exist. I don't think perfection can exist. But hopefully this is the last error that we can detect. Alright, until next time. So the next one, I think, will be another system test. Hope to see you then.